teacher planner, you get your daily dots. And I know some people get like annoyed going through and sticking all these in. For some reason, I kind of find it very therapeutic. I really enjoy putting my dots in my calendar. I have no idea why, I just do. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Tina here, and today I am unboxing an Erin Condren teacher planner in here. I know my video is going up pretty late. Usually I get this right away. I like to get my video up as fast as humanly possible, but this year when the Erin Condren teacher planners were launching, I was out of town and I didn't want the package to be like delivered to my house and sit on the front porch for 2 weeks while I was out of town. So I had to wait a little while, but it's here. It's here, and of course, you know I'm excited. And then we have the enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So, all right, as expected, in every Erin Condren package, you get a lovely little sticker and a little postcard. Once upon a time, I used to be so excited to get these, and I would keep them forever and ever, and finally, I got so many that one day when I was doing my Project Me Purge, I tossed them on the garbage. Okay, one of the first things that came in the box, you get these for free when you order the teacher planner. You get your daily dots. And I know some people get like annoyed going through and sticking all these in. For some reason, I kind of find it very therapeutic. I really enjoy putting my dots in my calendar. I have no idea why, I just do. I also ordered one of these little magnetic page flags. I got it in the black with the little gold foil. So it's just, it's good for like holding, like clipping like 3 or 4 pages together maximum because the magnet's not that strong. So I got one of those. I also got a clip-in dashboard. I swear, I will give Erin Condren props for the clip-in dashboards. I know I've switched to a KikiK for my personal planner, the A5. But I've like looked on Etsy and a variety of websites and the KikiK website itself. They do not have any kind of like a dashboard like this. I mean, you can make a dashboard, and a lot of YouTubers do make dashboards. I don't have time to make a dashboard. I really just want to spend 10 bucks and go, boom, there's a dashboard. But so check it out. This is the teacher dashboard, and it is so freaking cute. I love it. I'm a sucker for an apple theme, and this is definitely an apple theme, although the fact that they turned the apples into hearts just makes it all the more precious and lovable. So yes, I absolutely love this. This is the kind of thing where I can actually buy more than one because I actually go through these post notes pretty quickly. I don't like to write in my planners immediately. I prefer to scribble something important on this and put it in my planner until the time comes to then transfer from the post note to the planner for real. Because there's nothing worse than having a beautiful planner and all these scribbled out things. So yeah, these things are a lifesaver for that. Then you have your carry-all little clutch in here, your little zipper compartment. And I personally am so happy that they took this out of the planner. When I was using my Erin Condren daily planner, I actually preferred to put this in the front as opposed to in the back. But I will say for the teacher planner, I don't even put this in the teacher planner because the teacher planner, it's already pretty thick all on its own. I don't really want anything else adding massive amounts of bulk to the teacher planner because that's just not cool. And finally, here it is. They have a wide variety of covers, just beautiful, beautiful, colorful colors. But for some reason, the slate background and the chalk, it just speaks to me on a level that I can't even explain. I can't explain why I am a sucker for apple, for chalkboard, for chalk. A couple of years ago, my classroom theme was the shop schoolgirl style rainbow chalkboard theme. I'm a sucker for a slate chalkboard. I really, really am. And so if I show you the one I had last year, This was the one I had last year, and again, it was the slate and a chalkboard theme with apples and hearts. So this, I'm not sure if this one was available this year, and the one I had a few years ago was actually probably the first one I ever got of these was my favorite cover, and it was just your name on slate with some like rainbowy chalks on it. That was like actually my favorite one. But so I got this one, and here is the front cover, and yes, I'm covering up my school name on purpose. And if you go to the back, you have apples, and then I chose this color scheme. It actually came like a blue. I wanted the black and red. So teach, inspire, mentor, courage, guide, inspire again. So now what I want to do, I want to take last year's and this year's and do a side-by-side comparison to look at the changes and let you guys get a really up-close view and see if this is something you want to invest your money in. Because to get an Erin Condren teacher planner, they're not cheap. I'll be the first one to admit it's kind of an expensive planner. But if you use it the way I use it, you kind of get your full money value out of it. And I'll go through that as we're going through the planner. So with that, I'm going to do my classic turn the camera around, and we're gonna go through this bad boy. Here we go. So this is last year's planner, and this is this year's. I'm gonna go ahead and take off this ruler thingy because I never really use them much anyway. And this year I thought in advance, and I pulled out some gold washi tape to hide any of my pertinent information that I accidentally shared last year. So going through, one of the things I noticed right away, the new planner is thicker than last year's. All right, so, but I also heard that the new planner has by far superior paper. So that might be what's at play here. And when you open it up, I always put a calendar thing in here. Actually, not a calendar, but my last year's, I have the Daily 5 Cafe menu. And apparently I did have this little zipper pouch in here last year, just very thin with a couple of stickers in it. So opening it up, and you see that once again they have the whiteboard here. And last year's planner was definitely an apple motif. This year is all about the watercolor petals. I think that's what they're calling it, watercolor petals. Then you turn the page, and we get the All About Me, and this pretty much, it looks much more simplistic. I think the word that comes to my mind for the new one is clean. All the oomph and all of the wow factor is in these pages, so that when you actually get to this, I'm just getting a general feeling of it being clean, whereas this was maybe a little more a little more teachery, if that makes any sense. And last year was chalkboard everything. This year it is not. Turning the pages, continuing on. We went to the substitute page, which my substitute has never laid eyes on my Erin Condren planner. And I'm willing to bet a lot of you guys, your subs never see these. Turning the page here, we have once again the same. And again, I get this general feeling of it just being really clean to look at. You know, any big clip arts are gone. It's very much more simplistic, although you still do get the petals. Turn the page. In this one, last year you get the calendar of everything. This time you turn the page, you are going to a communication log, which I think a lot of teachers will be really happy that the communication log is in here. I know a lot of teachers was using the absentee log for communication. I was. In fact, I can't show you that page in here because I do have information in it. Turning the next page was the birthday. I didn't actually have anything on there. Turning here, I don't have a birthday. Instead, I have a year plan. And I think that was separate in here because, all right, it's getting a little complicated now because I'm going to skip the communication log in here from last year and go to the graphing paper. So this communication log is, or this year plan seems to be a little bit new. And then we go into the absentee log, so it is still here. Again, if I run out of room on this contact one, parent contacts, our communication, whatever, I will continue working on it over here. The graphing paper last year, I did tear one sheet out because I used it for something, but I did a lot of keeping track of my professional development on the graphing paper because in Michigan, you have to keep track of all of that. So now I'm going to turn the next page, and once you go past the absentee log, you do go back into graph paper, and I do not make classroom seating charts on here, but again, I use it for more note-taking and keeping track of information I have to have. Oh, there is a year plan here. It's just in a different location. Okay, you know, I thought there was because I actually put this page to use. During August, I will start creating things that I want to remember, because sometimes once you get bogged down in the activities of the school year, you forget what you wanted to do. So there was the plan there. So it's just in a different spot. Turn the page, you get to notes, and here was notes, and as you can see, I take this to a lot of my PDs and record my notes, my notes in here, so this way I can always go back and find them. Now we are moving on to the calendar, and last year's calendar, again, every quote was on a chalkboard style background. This year's calendars are a very bold watercolor. It's very pretty. I can't lie, the teacher in me kind of likes the slate. It's true, I think I kind of like the slate better, but I know she can't do the same thing year after year. So then, and I will say this, the quality of the paper, wow, huge difference. All right, so here is last year's calendar, and I already had it filled in. This year is blank. I haven't even put my dots in here. You guys literally just saw me open it. So it is the same color scheme with a yellow, although this is more of like a burnt yellow. Turn the page, we go into notes. Turn the page, we go into notes. Another page of notes over here. And turn the page. Okay, this is different. So instead of having another blank note page, you have the 4 circles up here, information here. Okay, so instead of having that 2-page spread of dates to remember, apparently she's giving to you in each month. And then here's your birthday chart. So that's actually some big changes. I'm not sure I like this spread. I've never used it, so I have to kind of play with it and see how I'm gonna get it to work for me. September was purple, and again, September is purple. Moving into October, and I don't know if I'm going to show you every single month because that might get a little tedious. Here, learn what we learn becomes a part of who we are. Dreams don't work unless you do. So I'm just going to keep going through the calendars because from what I can see, she's kept the colors the same. It's just now it's more of a watery blend as opposed to just a solid print. So we have orange for October for Halloween. Oops, sorry, I just kicked the camera again. November, learning is a treasure that follows you forever. December, honesty and character lie in good education. January, wisdom begins with wonder. February, teaching is a work of heart. March, the best way to get things done is to begin. This almost seems like it would have been more appropriate for January, because in January a lot of us are beginning New Year's resolutions. Okay, April, every day is a fresh start. Be so good they can't ignore you for May. June, teachers open minds and touch hearts. July, well done is better than well said, although I do not teach in July, so this calendar usually just sort of stays empty. And then we come to the lessons page. By learning, you will teach. By teaching, you will understand. And if I come back to this book and I go to the lessons page, again, you had a chalkboard theme going on here. So this is definitely more colorful and punchy. And if we turn the page, all right, you will see huge differences here. Ignore my washi tape, although I only put washi tape on the one side. This was like the first week of school, so that's why it's mostly blank, because that first week of school you're doing a lot of routines and kind of playing it by ear. But so for last year's, every row had color going all the way across. And it kind of forced you to write on the lines, which I don't necessarily like writing on the lines. In fact, I almost wish she would just take lines out of the teacher planner. Over here, every day of the week also had a color, and the work went sideways, your lesson plans. On the top, you just had gray blocks. Coming to the new one, again, it's that feeling of clean. The new one has color in between, whereas over here, the in-betweens were just white. This time, that's where she put the color. And I kind of like that, because this way, by taking the color out of here, I think it makes this visually easier to use. Same thing over here. This now, I really like this look. It's very clean, and it feels more open and spacious. So I really do like that. I do kind of wish maybe she had not put the dots through here. I don't know if that's showing up. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in here so you can see. Let it focus. Focus, focus, focus. All right, come on. Okay, it's not really focusing because it's so tiny, but she now has separations in these columns. Personally, I kind of wish she had not done that. I would really like to just have straight columns and let me divide where I want to divide. So maybe that'll be something she does next year. Next year, if she would get rid of the lines and the dots and just give you an open planner, that would be awesome. Just really, really awesome. Or if you do want to put dots in there, maybe just make them a little more faded. So this way you could choose to ignore them if you wanted to. She does still allow you to number the weeks, but like the Apple font or the Apple clip art is gone. So that is gone. And now you just put your week number there. You still have to date it yourself. So that is the big difference between the lesson plan itself. If we come to checklists, all right, and I have to be really careful not to show names here. I didn't think to cover the names. All right, I use her checklist. I like the checklist a lot because I like to grade papers at home. So a lot of times I will just be sitting in the sofa watching TV at night, grading the papers, and because I don't necessarily want to pull out my laptop and enter all the grades through our online grading book system, I'll just write them in here. And then when I'm at a computer, I just pull it up, and because my names are alphabeticalized, I literally just go down the line, you know, 72, enter, 65, enter, 100, enter, and just go down, down, down the column, entering grades. So if I come over here to the checklist on this one now, you will see, again, I gotta be very careful not to show names, that, all right, again, it's that whole feeling of clean. This time up here is not colored. These are now blank, but she does still have the rainbow of colors going down this way and colors sweeping this way. I like that every other line is shaded because that helps prevent you from making errors and putting the wrong grade in the wrong place. I do like that she has a separation between the columns because that, again, anything like that is just going to help you stay on track and put the correct percentage in the correct box. It makes a world of difference. And then, again, much more simplistic font, a lot less color over here. I always just get the 7 checklists in here because I will tend to use this one for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, because I will write up here whether it's a math or a social studies or a science or whatever it is. I don't do this page is just math. turn the page. This page is just English, and I don't do that for each quarter. So 7 checklists work perfectly for me. Now coming to the end of the checklist, we get to this page. Let me get over here on this one. All right, so here again you had a chalkboard. The art of teaching is to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Over here we now have this one. A good teacher is like a candle. It consumes itself to light the way for others. I had sticker pages in here. I tear them out and then I just keep the ones I want to keep. I tuck them in this pocket right here. And if you turn the page, you will get to my sheet protectors with things I need in here. So we're now basically done with that book. Here, she gave really cool stickers this time. I love these stickers. She's never given us anything at all that looks like that. It's usually just the page flags. And I don't think there's a person alive who actually uses all of those page flags, ever. So this is awesome. Way to go. Awesome. You did it. Note to self. Me time. Time to prep. Break. Big day. I love these. These are adorable. I wish we would have done these for years. Turning the page, we get again to much more practical stickers, much more fun. Let me actually zoom in here so you can get a better look at these. So you have calculators, stars, globes, hearts, exclamation marks, IEP, the asterisks, apples, and then here, note to self, meeting, furlough. And I like, these are so skinny, I think these would actually fit on these lines. I think they would. I really do. And that's awesome, because that's even one of the reasons why I didn't use a lot of her page flags. I need this space for writing lessons. I don't have space in here to put all of those page flags. So the fact that you can now fit a sticker on the line and still have your whole box for writing lesson plans is wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful and so much more functional and practical. Turning the page, we do get to her standard page flags, although I like that the fact that these are white. These have always been a solid color. And then we get to the ones, are these the ones? Yeah, these are the ones that have like the little flagged corners. And finally, her 2-pocket folder with the one big pocket here and this little pocket here. Personally, I find this pocket to be rather useful. I would much more prefer to have 2 of these on both sides. And I use these sheet protectors for everything. I always get 3 in my planner because I will put, one of these will get the whole school calendar, one of these will have all of the phone directory for the entire district. One of these is a page where I will tuck notes in. Kid brings a note from mom that they need something from me. It's going in one of these before I have the opportunity to misplace it or lose it. And then another one is just for whatever I need it for. And then we come to the back cover, which is a dry erase board or a vis-a-vis board. And that is it. That is the entire 2017-2018 lesson plan book from Erin Condren. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing the close-up view of the Erin Condren Teacher Planner. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from the future, click that subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys later.